Okay, hello everybody. So yesterday, Callum and I went to the Tier Park. We had a great day. I actually kept him home. He's back. Today's a normal day of school for him and for Linnea, so they're both back. Linnea went to school yesterday because her school, you know, the kids go to different schools. Her teacher was still coming in and giving lessons and had encouraged the children to still come. So we were like, okay, and then sent her. Roman's been home since like Tuesday. He's been home sick. Last night I started feeling poorly. After the kids went to school, I ended up taking a COVID test and your girl has COVID. I've got COVID. Let's see, can you see it? So I ended up leaving Elliot home today. Callum and Linnea are both at school. I think, so Callum had a cough last week and I think we ended up getting it from him. This time around I do feel more in my chest, but the worst symptom so far for me is just a really bad headache. And I'm tired, very tired, but we are.
Mom, use my hands. They
smell great. You washed your hands?
Yeah,
okay.
with soap.
With soap?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a big boy.
I thought, yeah.
I told Roman a couple days ago, take a test, take a COVID test so we know what we're dealing with. He didn't want to.
The test.
Yeah, you don't need a test because I'm pretty positive, since I'm positive that you've got it too, because you've got a stuffy nose.
Wait, can I see? The test goes right here.
That's a COVID test. Yep, you've got a sniffle. He's got a sniffle and a cough, so he's home. The protocols for things are just so different than they were last year. Let's see, when did we get it? Oh, we got it February of last year, so it's been over a year. Yeah, it's been like a year and 3 months since we all got COVID the last time. And yeah, the protocols are just way different. You know, unfortunately, I took the test after Callum and Linnea went to school, but Linnea has been symptom-free. She's showing no signs, no symptoms, and she still has to go to school. And then Callum, like I said, he's had like an off and on cough for like months, and I didn't even think to test Callum because like everyone that he was around was like sniffling and coughing, and like he had a friend over here the week before who had the same sort of stuff, and like everyone's acting like life is normal. So, but Callum seems to be doing better. So I think, yeah, I think it's fine for him to go to school, but yeah, I don't know. But anywho, that's crazy. That's really crazy. But yeah, when I woke up this morning and I had the headache that I had and just the exhaustion, I thought, the last time I had this sort of combination, it was when I had COVID. So here we are, round 2, one year later. This is the state. Oh my gosh. You're so cute. Got laundry I need to fold. Look at all these blocks everywhere. Good morning, everybody. Different day, same pajamas. So I hope everyone's doing well. Everyone's in the living room. They're watching, I don't know, another movie. We're just sort of in survival mode right now. There's just a lot of frustration. Kind of like brings back, at least for me, it brings back like those feelings of like lockdown and isolation, and it kind of makes me realize how there's a lot from that whole experience that I don't think anybody has really processed. When you're like back in that and you're sick again and you're like reminded that COVID is still present, it just has this way of like kind of bringing up the old feelings of, oh my gosh, this is what it was like 2 years ago. And yeah, but I'll say I feel much better today. I had, yesterday morning and the night before. So Thursday night, Friday into Friday morning was rough. I didn't sleep very well. I had a really bad headache. In the morning, with just the craziness of getting kids off to school, I ended up, Callum and Linnea were already at school by the time that I tested, and I tested them both last night and they were negative. So I felt like, okay. But I did keep Elliot home because he was coughing. I'm very unsure if Callum had COVID and now he's over it, you know, and like now he's negative again, or if he hasn't gotten it and Roman was the first one to get it. I don't know, but it's so hard to know with these things, and it is also quite difficult because now we're just sort of treating it as a general sickness and, you know, stay home if you're sick, that sort of thing. And Callum and Linnea were both fine yesterday when they went to school and were fine last night. Roman is having a harder time with it than I am, so I'll probably take the kids out today, like maybe out into the woods where we're away from other people. We're trying to figure out what we do for the next couple of days, but we're home, we've got groceries, we've got things that we need, we're gonna be okay for the next couple of days. And I mean, I know people that are like, oh yeah, I had COVID and I didn't even wear a mask. And I'm like, I don't think I would do that. You know, I also understand that COVID is just different than what it was, and I think you know, maybe it's an issue with me. I don't know. I still feel very sensitive to it. Like, I still feel the need to protect other people and protect the vulnerable, and not that I need to keep my kids home for 2 weeks, but, you know, we had to separate our own children when Linnea had COVID and we couldn't expose Elliot to it, and it was just, yeah, there's a lot of that still, I think, that sits in my head where it's like, I know what it feels to love a vulnerable person, and I just don't want more than is necessary. It is very frustrating. Being in this sort of situation is a deep reminder that we are in this teeny tiny little apartment, and I just kind of find myself, I find myself in this constant state of trying to override the extremely negative emotions that I naturally feel living in this apartment, where I feel stuck and I feel claustrophobic and I cannot get a minute to myself, and I'm very stressed. There's mess everywhere, there are toys everywhere, constantly like walking around things and constantly cleaning up, and you can't rest when you're doing that, and it is difficult. I have to like kind of remind myself, okay, take deep breaths, take deep breaths. It does suck. This is awful, but there's nothing you can do about it in this point in time. So this is what it is. But man, oh man.
Yeah. But yeah. Bird poo.
Bird poo, yeah. Okay, so what are we doing, kiddos?
Guess what? We have bird poo.
Washing our cars.
Bird poo on Linnea's side. Nice, 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 nice. Linnea's got a headache now.
Yeah.
So she's, I think, starting to fall under the weather. We decided to take the kids on a drive, so we're just getting out of the house for some isolated fun. It was like super mandatory. We were all just like kind of going insane, and like we were playing games, and it's like everything turned into like an argument, and I was just like, we gotta get out of the house. So we're going on a drive. I never knew that raising one human was so much work, let alone 1, 2, right there, and 3, right there.
23.
You all, you guys are something else. I think we're trying to get a car wash too. We want to get a car wash.
And the car wash.
Yes. Callum is with Papa. They're standing outside watching. And I'm with these two in the car. I just wanted to make sure. Elliot's done this before, but in the winter, and I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't gonna get too hot in the car and the kids would be stuck in here without Roman. So I just came along for the ride. Huh?
We go here and there.
Yeah, do you feel the car shaking? Hmm.
I hate when my head starts turning.
I know.
And it stops. The turning stops.
Yeah.
Is my face red?
Yeah, a little bit. And you both have little
Can you
red
tell
faces. Yeah.
Good.
Ellie does too. I mean, it's a bit warm in here.
Is this red?
Yeah, you have red cheeks. Whee! I love that he still plays with this toy.